Well, our basketball season was moving along with Donnie out with his broken nose, and the kids playing together as a team. We started winning. And then Donnie's nose got better, and he rejoined the team. I don't know if I ever started him again or not. I suppose it did sometimes. But it really worked out that you put him in, and he would remember the teamwork concept for just a little while, and then he'd start that hot dogging again. You'd have to take him out. That gumdest thing, we did pretty well with an all-stater being on the bench at least as much as he's in the game, because you have to have teamwork to do well. And he got to playing a solo game. The morale of the team just down the drain. But we did well enough to make it into the tournament state playoff system. I was proud of that, pleased. And got to the tournament site, and lo and behold, there's John Swinehart. John was the son, the only son, of Clay Swinehart, that great coach that at Milton had just had winning teams year after year after year. And then when I was in high school, deserted us and started coaching for Oxford. But he was the one that I went to for help on coaching football. Didn't need to go to him for help on coaching basketball, but I sure got a lot of help from his dad on coaching football. And John said, and this made me really realize how lucky I was. He said, it's not fair. He said, you've been in the Army twice, and I'm 2 years ahead of you in graduation. I've been coaching for years now, and this is my first year to get to this level, and you're here the very first year. It's not fair. But it made you stand up a little straighter. Well, we lost at the first round in the playoffs. I can't remember if John did or not. I do remember that, if memory serves correctly, that he was coaching at Milan, and Milan was a little town over in Sumner County, not too far away from Milton, where his dad had coached and where we had both gone to school as kids. Well, season ended, and Donnie approached me. They wanted to talk over something kind of personal, so we got away from everybody else. I said, what's up? He said, well, people are saying that I'm a chicken or a coward if I don't call Leroy out and have it out with him since he hit me and broke my nose. Well, he said, I don't know what to do. Well, I said, Donnie, I probably didn't handle it right. I said, Donnie, you have to make up your mind to ignore that, or you probably do need to call him out and get it set up where it's a fair fight, and win or lose, it'll clear the air. Well, then I could tell that wasn't what he wanted to hear, because he pretty much indicated, yeah, but he really hurt me bad, and he might hurt me bad again. Well, if you get into a fight, it's true. You don't know how it's going to go. And we didn't have any boxing gloves there at that time. I should have suggested that challenge him to a boxing match, and I should have dug out those old boxing gloves that I later used in other schools, but I didn't know, I think, even where they were at the time we were at Coates. And, with the boxing gloves, you can knock somebody silly, but you're not going to be very likely to break a nose or to break skin because of that padding on those big 12-ounce gloves. And I don't know how that all ended up. I don't know if Donnie ever did challenge him or not. If he did, it was not to my knowledge. And I told him when I sensed that he was afraid of him that, Donnie, you are so much quicker, faster with your hands and your feet, that if you just get a little help, you could hold your own with anybody. That male ego thing is kind of hard to figure. Until I ended up with a brace that runs from eye tooth to eye tooth. If anybody would press me to fight, let's get it on. Let's get it on. Boy, you face what that cost you. You don't want anybody hitting you in the face, gloves or no gloves. We enjoyed Coach socially, church-wise. We also had a group of boys that would drop in at night, some evening sometimes, and we'd play Monopoly. Neighbor Leroy Slater once invited me to go goose hunting. I can't remember if we actually went or not. I do know we didn't get any geese. Whether I went and I think we went to a wheat field maybe, and the geese were out there. But when we tried to get up where we might get a shot, they spooked and were gone. Don't really remember sure if that happened there or somewhere else. And then there was Boyd and Anna Stats. There was Shorty and Mildred and a little group of us that got together and played lots of canasta. It was fun. Fun place to be. But my feet were itching. I had that master's degree in school administration. Felt pretty old, you know. Wasn't. But I was a lot older than I'd ever been before. I was eager to see if I could become the superintendent of school somewhere, so I was getting my papers lined up at the placement office out at Peabody. And started putting out a few applications.